Hello everyone, it's great to see you. My name's Mike.
Hello, I'm Costas.
Hi, I'm Fred.
Hi, I'm Tim.
Hey, and we are going to teach you how to do some drumming that comes from West Africa. We all have images behind us from different scenes in West Africa. What's really clear, if I move my head slightly to the side, oh look, I've got a camel behind my head. And we've got different images. We're going to be talking all about these different places a little bit later. But first what we need to find out is, have we all got a drum to play? Now I have one of these drums. These drums are called a djembe. And it's the djembe that we're going to really be focusing on this week. Now there's a few different ways you can play a djembe, and the first thing you need to do is make sure you're sitting with it nice and comfortably as well. And what we're going to do, we're just going to learn the different sounds that we have for a djembe. So the first one is we're going to hit it right in the very centre. Now when we play a djembe right in the centre, hopefully you can just about kind of see it here at the bottom of my screen. We need to make sure your hands are right in the centre of the drum. And we're going to just play and going to make sure our hand bounces off. Because if your hand doesn't bounce off, it doesn't sound very good. See, if my hand bounces off, it sounds much better. Now you can see what I'm doing here. I was holding it up so you could see it. But the problem is, when I do that, I then can't use my other hand. So what you really need to be able to do is try and find a way that you can hold the drum between your knees and off the ground, or certainly tilted, because if it's flat on the ground, you're not going to get that lovely deep sound when you play it. So let's have a go at playing 4 notes, one after the other in the middle. So it goes 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sense? Should we try once more? Here we go. 3, 4. Great, so that's playing right deep in the centre of our drum. That's called bass. So from now on, if any one of us say we want to play some bass notes on the djembe, we mean we want you to hit the drum in the middle. The next way to play a djembe is called a tone. So that's spelled T-O-N-E. And that's with our hands near the edge. Now you see how I've got my hands near the edge? They're not in the middle anymore, they're near the edge, but not right on the edge. So it's kind of a couple of joints of each finger just on the surface of the drum. And you'll hear it makes a different sound compared to that. Very different sounds. So can we play 4 tone notes? Ready? Here we go. 3, 4. Great. So let's put it together. Let's do 4 bass and then 4 tone. You ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Bass, 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 tone, 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 tone. Great. The third way to play a djembe is called a slap. Now to get a slap sound, it's a little bit more tricky. What you need to do is kind of put your hand in the tone position, but then move your hands a bit further apart. Then bring them into the middle a bit more, so maybe it's like your knuckles are almost your knuckles around the rim of the drum. If you spread your fingers out a bit, you might be more likely to get a slap sound. It's a much higher, louder sound. So a good djembe drummer should be able to get a very clear difference between their bass, their tone, and their slap. So I'd like us to do what I've just did then. We're going to do 4 bass, 4 tone, 4 slap, and do it over and over again. Should we try it? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, go! Bass, tone, slap. Let's do it again. Bass, tone, slap. Bass, tone, slap. Wow, well done everyone. Tell you what, if your hands now hurt, you have maybe just been playing your drum too loudly. We really don't want anyone to injure their hands whilst they're playing these African drums. So if your hands do hurt, what you might find very helpful, every time we stop, give your hands a good rub together. And that will just make them feel a little bit better, a bit of a squeeze, and that should stop them hurting a little bit as well. But of course it might be that you don't have a djembe, so you don't have a real drum. So tell you what, let me just I'm just going to spotlight Costas. Costas, what could we use if we don't have a djembe?
Hello, everyone. Actually, I just found a box here just next to me, and I'm going to show you how you can play the same strokes, the same sounds on a box. So in the middle, we can have a bass sound in the middle of our box with, I'm going to say, the fingers that are going to be closed. So here we're going to have 4 bass, 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 bass. So here in the edge of the box, we're going to play the open tone 1, 2, 3, 4. And as Mike said, we're going to go slightly inside in the middle of the drum. We're going to open slightly our fingers and we're going to play the slap sound. So we're going to have 4 basses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 open tones and 4 slaps. And if you don't have a box, why don't you go in your kitchen and try to find a Tupperware like mine, and then you can do exactly the same thing in the middle of your Tupperware, 4 bass sounds, then on the edge 4 open tones, and slightly inside your Tupperware 4 slaps, bass, slaps, bass, open, slaps. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you so much, Costas. That's brilliant. So yeah, that works really well. Of course, it might be that you do actually have a drum, but it's not a djembe. Now, if it's a drum that you normally use sticks for, just be a little bit careful because sometimes the rim on those drums could just maybe hurt your hands a little bit when you play. So just use a bit of common sense and make sure you don't hurt your hands. And have a little bit of experimenting around to see how you can get these different sounds out of whatever drum that you have. Now, one big feature of West African music is often something called copy back, and that's basically where you copy back whatever rhythm someone else plays. So I've got my djembe here. Shall we give that a go? Shall we give it copy back a go? So here we go. Whatever rhythm I play, can you copy it and play it back? And you see Costas, Fred and Tim, they're all going to do the same as well. So here we go. 2. Hey, not bad a first attempt. I reckon though you maybe didn't get it all completely right. Shall we give it another go? Here we go. Hey, that was better. Now, I'm going to be a little bit picky here though. Did you also copy the sounds I was making as well as the rhythm? Because I was playing a mixture of bass and tone sounds all the time. And so this time we're doing it once more. Make sure as well as copying the rhythm, you copy the sounds as well. Here we go. Brilliant. Well done, everyone. So that's some nice copy back. Now I think we need to learn actually how to play a nice piece of music. So Fred, you're going to show us how to do a nice sort of rhythm, aren't you, I think?
Yes, hello everyone. So we're going to use 2 of those sounds that Mike had explained. So we're going to use the bass and the tone, and then we're going to do a little bit more tone. And when we say this, we're going to, when we play this, we're going to say bass, tone, djembe, bass, tone, djembe. So it's bass first in the middle, tone on the edge, and then djembe also on the tone. So bass, tone, djembe, bass, tone, djembe. Can we just say that? Ready? Here we go. Bass, tone, djembe, bass, tone, djembe, bass, tone, djembe, bass, tone, djembe. Very good. Now let's play it. We're going to play on our bellies for the bass and our chest for the tone. So just watch me do it first. We're going to go bass, tone, djembe, bass, tone, djembe. Okay? Should we try it? Ready? Here we go. Bass, tone, djembe, bass, tone, djembe, bass, tone, djembe, bass, tone, djembe, and stop. Lovely. Now let's try it on our drums or whatever you're playing at home. So bass and then tone for the rest of it. Ready? Here we go. Bass, tone, djembe, 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 and stop. Very good, everyone. Over to you, Mike.
Thanks so much, Fred. That's absolutely brilliant. Really, really helpful. Thank you. Now, you might notice Fred's djembe. Fred, can you just hold it up again? Fred's djembe look different to mine. You see, the one I've got here is one that was actually made in Africa. It was made in Ghana, and it's got lots of wood and rope and some leather on the top. Fred's one is one that probably wasn't made in Africa, but it still sounds amazing, and it's kind of a more modern equivalent to one. It's got like a plastic head to it and a plastic shell to it as well. Of course, you get lots of different sizes of djembes. That's one that's kind of a pretty good size to be able to play for the kind of stuff we're doing. I've also got here one that is absolutely huge. It's really, really big. This one comes from Burkina Faso in West Africa. It's amazing, that one. And then you can also get a little djembe. Oh, a little djembe. We like djembes. So they're the small ones that you can use. You can still get some pretty decent sounds out of them if you have small hands. So depending on how old you are, you might want to use a smaller drum. Now, you might notice the way that Fred taught then, he first of all said the rhythm, and then he played it on his body, and then he played it on the drum. That's what we call the three-stage teaching method. Now, we're not going to go into that too much in this video. Please, if you want to find out more about how we teach, go and have a look at Samba video number 1 that we've recorded. Go and find that on our YouTube channel, because that's where we explain more about how we use that three-stage teaching method. Also, Fred taught a pattern then. Now, a pattern is any rhythm that you keep playing over and over again. Now, again, we throw out lots of musical sounding words in here. We have things like rhythm, pattern, pulse. Now, we're not going to explain the difference between a pulse and a rhythm. Again, go and watch Samba video number 1. We do a very clear example there of the difference between, in music, what's the difference between a pulse and a rhythm. What we are going to do though is kind of explain what's the difference between a rhythm and a pattern. Well, it's very easy. Basically, a pattern is where you keep playing the same rhythm over and over again. And that happens a lot in West African music. Now, one thing as well, which is a really big feature of West African music, is what the leader does. The leader is called the master drummer. And the master drummer is very important in West African music, because the master drummer, they tell everyone else when to start drumming, when to stop drumming, or when to do something completely different. But they don't do that by shouting instructions or waving their arms around or blowing a whistle or anything else. They do it by playing rhythms on their drum. Now, there is a master drummer stop signal. They're all called signals. The master drummer stop signal sounds like this. Now, what I need you to do, because you see, I am supposed to play that rhythm on my own, because today I'm going to pretend to be the master drummer. But what I need you to do is to join with me for that final note at the very end. Shall we try it? Which is the bass note at the end. Ready? That's quite tricky to do, isn't it, to get it at the right time. So like Fred did, where Fred had some words that fitted with his rhythm, if we put some words that fit with my master drummer stop signal, it could go, play the djembe and shout, Africa, stop. The only bit you do is the word stop. I do everything else. Play the djembe and shout, Africa, stop. Should we try that? Play the djembe and shout, Africa, stop. So it should actually be pretty easy to do if you listen carefully, but also if you watch. Watching when you learn music is almost as important as listening. If you watch and make sure we get that last stop note at the same time as I play that last note, you can watch very carefully. You should be able to do it. Should we try this one? Play the djembe and shout, Africa, stop. This time I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to say the words out loud. Just imagine they are there. So that is how we are always going to stop our piece of music. So, shall we put everyone all together? And we've got Costas, who's playing a bell. We've got Tim, who's playing another type of African drum that uses a stick that we're going to find out about another time. And Fred is going to play the bass tone djembe part. Listen out for when I do the stop signal to make sure we stop at the right time, because I'm going to be playing some other rhythms as well. So don't get confused by hearing the wrong rhythm. Should we try it all together? 1, 2, 3, here we go. And done, everyone. Absolutely brilliant. Well done, State. Now, this is not the end of the lesson, because if you look at our website, where hopefully you found this video, there is a quiz, because we have taught you lots of things, and this quiz kind of just tests your knowledge. Have you remembered everything that we've taught you today? After watching this video, go and see if you can answer all those questions from the quiz. Another thing would be great, to make sure you don't miss out on any videos, can you subscribe to our YouTube channel? That's InspireWorks UK. Then you'll make sure you won't miss out on anything. So we will see you next time for the next video. See you. Bye.